All right, ladies and gentlemen, I think we're here and I think we're ready. Go ahead and fade this up real quick. All right. So, you already know what today is. It's Monday, 7 o'clock. Let's get down to it. It's the Random Talk Indie Music Show. Coming to you live on Periscope, Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, Caffeine TV. What's the deal? What's the dealio? It's your girl 759. Always on the scene, ready to do my thing. Joined by my co-host, the Bronx Bully, the Beast from the East with the gap in the teeth, but it's perfectly okay, aka aka Mad Late Minx, aka Merciless Minx, aka a whole bunch of AKAs. But my name is Minx Couture, Minx Contour, Minx Coda, that man-looking person, whatever you want to call her. Whatever you want to call her. Just don't call her copycat. Do they dig Minx or do they motherfucking dig?
I hope they dig.
With a motherfucking shovel. Shit. If not, go to Lowe's, Home Depot. They will hook you the fuck up. Hey, listen, we got some topics tonight. We got a couple that just ran across my desk that was not part of the original topics, but we will cover that first. But before we get to such, we got to throw our ads out there. Hustle Culture Magazine, man. The movement is growing. If you would like to become part of the hustle culture, okay, what is this going on here? This thing with my audio. Hold on a second.
Oh no, that was me.
Oh, okay.
No,
If you
I turned down my mic because I was fixing my chair and I was going to make a really like disgusting grunt.
oh, oh God. Similar to sitting on the
Oopsie.
toilet, maybe.
That's what it felt. It felt like I was like, oh,
Oh my God.
I need to get a
Oh,
gaming chair. Fuck this chair. I hate this
I
chair.
told you need a new one. But anyway, the hustle culture is moving and grooving. So if you'd like to become part of the hustle culture, all you got to do is send a picture with your name, your profession, your IG handle, your location, and a small quote of what you think hustle culture means to you. Package all that up in a tidy bow, please, and send that over to hustleculturemag@gmail.com. Also, become a Patreon tomorrow for the Merciless Cast. Premium jewels for a low, low price. Yes, you already know that my homegirl Minx does all her research to the T, so whatever she tells you, please believe. It is accurate, it is on point, and it is 100% scam the fuck free. Because we don't do that scam shit over here at RTIM and Minx Radio. We don't do that shit here. So please know that when she gives you some jewels, take heed. T- take heed. Take notes.
And they're genuine
Yes.
jewels.
Genuine
Um,
jewels. No CZ, no glass, no plastic, none of that shit. So.
yes, and I also want to add, we finally have an emblem for the Minx Mafia. Minx Mafia.
Yes,
If
I like that.
guys, and what's crazy is that with the Patreon, if you join the Patreon, I am sending out the merch. You will get a Minx Mafia t-shirt on me. Okay, so this is for anyone that signs up in September. Please, please do not do it today. You'll get charged twice. So
Become
thank
a
you, Stevie.
Patreon member on tomorrow. That is September 1st. Can you believe tomorrow is September 1st?
Damn, I'm waiting for more bad news and shit.
Lord, we've had enough, and Jesus, it's only been August. Uh, let's see. What else I got over here? Oh yeah, head on over to the Mix Show podcast to pick out and to listen to previous episodes of the Mix Show podcast. You just did one Friday. Did you ever happen to do the interview?
We're gonna redo it Friday. You know what it is? I don't even know if I want. Leonard's gonna kill me if I say it on the air. But we figured out the problem was, unfortunately, Apple is a dick. Okay,
Oh, of course.
Apple is a dick. They change way too many things when it comes to broadcasting. Obviously, with the quarantine, and you have people that are using Zoom and they're doing it through their phones. So they did a couple of changes that, how dare they? But yes, we will be back Friday nights at 10 again, which was the most toughest thing. But yes, the Ming Show podcast will be back on Friday night, 10 o'clock. We're bringing back Jordan Pauline, and I'm super hyped and super excited. Hopefully, we can get this together so we can bring you guys some more dope interviews. So those of you that are on Caffeine TV, please make sure you take heed to the link in the bio. So this way you can be able to catch it and subscribe to the YouTube channel where you can watch it.
Yeah, because I was peeping and I was like, okay, I was getting ready for the interview, but you know what they say about like Apple products, especially when you use like iPads and your phone and whatnot. They tell you not to use
The
air,
speaker.
yeah, speakers, AirPods, anything like that because of something. I don't know, but
It messes
some
up
ain't
the
right.
processor. It's a processor issue that happens with podcasting equipment. So any of you guys that want to do interviews and it's remotely on your phone, I'm just going to say, please, just for the sake of your episode, your interview, and everything to go smoothly, please wear wired headphones. I know, it sounds very weird. No wired headphones.
Forever.
But just, wear a pair of headphones just to
Yeah.
make it easy. Or if you don't own a pair of headphones, make sure you guys let the host know so they can go ahead and click on or click off whatever the configurations they need in order for that to happen. Because, I was really looking forward to it. I worked all day. Like you would have thought that I was getting ready to interview Jesus Christ himself.
Right. Right.
Okay. I was literally sitting here checking and checking. And then when I'm eating breakfast, let me go check it again. It was just very difficult.
You wanted it to be perfect and understandably so.
I wanted it to be perfect because it's been such a long time since I've actually like it was so weird not having you on there with me. Yeah, it was just so weird. I was like, oh, okay, all right, so I have to keep talking. Okay, so it's not
Yeah.
that. Okay, so it was like I was, piggybacking off of myself, but Um, well, Drake, yeah, let me know. I'll send you some V-Bucks if you hang out. You know what I'm saying? It is Mixed Manifestation Monday. I do giveaways, and I was playing Fortnite earlier, and some mofo capped my ass, and it was
Oops.
so embarrassing in front of my 3-year-old. It was very. She laughed at me. She's like, "Mommy, how did you not see that?" I said, "I don't know. He was in the tree." She goes, "Well, I don't want to ever play with you." I was like, "Oh shit,
Damn.
mean." She's mean. She's been mean lately.
She said she's not playing with you at all. Forget that.
She's like, I ain't playing. Mom, come on, mommy. You didn't see that? I said, no, I didn't see him in the tree.
But she saw
I
it,
didn't
so
see
how
him.
did
So she
you?
says, well, then,
But she saw it, so how did you not see it?
you know what? I didn't have my glasses on. I'm going to be totally honest with you.
Sounds like a cop out.
But that, kind of was the truth. But I've been playing all weekend. I've been playing all weekend. Drake, share this to 50 people. Share this live stream to 50 people. I will give you some V-Bucks. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. 50 people. I'm kidding. 25 people at $1 for each person. Come on.
I'll even lower it. 15 people. Come on.
15
15.
people. You do 15 people. I got you. I got you. I got you on the Cash App, homie.
Oh boy. So it's been raining like cats, dogs, bears, tigers, crocodiles down here. It's been flooding in certain areas. I think this is part of that hurricane, tropical storm BS that's been coming up from the Gulf. And yeah, we knew it was coming this way. So hopefully we don't have any type of injuries or anything like that happening here. But positive vibes and thoughts and prayers and all of that to Texas and Louisiana, because Louisiana is one of those states where they will never fiscally come back like 100% because every time they get a little leeway, here comes another hurricane. And so
Right.
Laura did a number. So to any of y'all, to our viewers or listeners that's out there near the Gulf area, please stay safe. And we hope that, things turn out better for you. I mean, I know this is hurricane season until I think October or early October, I believe.
You Libras bring destruction.
Listen, I've yet to have a hurricane named after me, damn it. I want that. Give it to me.
But you know what's crazy? I forgot what city it was. Um, I think it was either or it was like one of those, cities down south that have to do with a lot of like livestock, crops. I think it was Wisconsin. I forgot where it was. Um, but it was a dope pretty much they were talking about, the devastation that this hurricane brought with it, that I think it killed like 50 million dollars worth of crops
Jesus, that is a lot.
and freaking livestock that died. Saying and they don't have no power at all. And Donald Trump went out there minutes, looked around, didn't even leave the helipad. He just looked around and said, "Oh well, this is pretty bad."
Don't, don't,
Left.
don't, don't, don't. That ain't it. That is not it.
He
Uh,
left. These people have no power. They have no power. They have only, some people don't have generators. Um, it's just the devastation. And the girl that went viral, it seems like today everybody's going viral based off of real issues, TikTok. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
she had did a video and put it up there and it went viral. And unfortunately this is how kids today are communicating, which is through TikTok. But it actually raised awareness for the senators and leaders to ask Trump, like, what's going on with the relief for these places.
When we always have to wait on our leader of the free world to do anything for us, the damage is done. Like there's nothing he could do to fix it.
Right.
There's nothing he can do to fix it. I mean, look at Katrina. The slow response. Bush was like,
Yeah, that was
you on your own,
beyond,
you on your own, people. But
hold
yeah,
on one second. Drake, I apologize, man. um we're talking about some real life shit. So, I know you really want the Fortnite stuff, but I'm afraid I'm gonna have to block you, bruh, because you just no.
this is not a gaming podcast, even though we do game. Th-
I mean, this is what I'm saying. Is it's just like, you know what? What's up, Be Lucky? It was a really
Plucky.
tough decision. It was a really tough.
That's for Plucky.
Be Lucky. I don't like blocking people. I just don't like blocking people. But I'm gonna unblock him after the lives. But he just has to understand that. But you can't be a beggar. Like you can't just roll up in someone's live stream and start asking for shit. Like that's just so rude. And I
At least introduce yourself. Let us know what you're doing here. You know what I mean?
at least, when I roll up in people's lives on caffeine, I roll up with some dough. I'll be like, "What's good?" I don't care if it's 5 coins, 10 coins. I say, "What up?" You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But you come here asking for shit, and you ain't introduced yourself. You asking me for my freaking gamer tag. That's like asking me my social security number, man. I like to get to know you first before you ask me for my gamer tag. The
Right.
fuck. But anyway, good luck to him, Drake for Fortnite or whatever the hell his name was.
Jesus.
I feel so terrible. Like, oh my god, I ruined his day. He's probably sitting there like, she was gonna give me the V Bucks.
This
She was
bitch.
gonna give me.
This bitch blocked me. Oh my God. No.
I was gonna give him the V Bucks. I told him to share the live, and he didn't report
All
back
he,
and
all
said
he
that he,
had, all he had to do, man. 15 people. I'm sure y'all know 15 people, man. Share this live.
they didn't have to come into live. I just want him to show me. He's like, "What's your yeah, whatever? Bye, honey. I'm sorry about that. I hate doing that to people, but
I mean,
you know,
but the fact that he fired it off in rapid succession, it was like, you gonna send it yet? You gonna send it yet? You gonna send it yet? You gonna send it yet?
yeah, it was like I
OD.
got it. It ain't
OD.
like I ain't good for it. I mean, just
Right.
he would have had to be lucky. Says it's probably more funny because I'm really stoned.
Well, you came in just in time. Um, yeah.
Mhm.
So we hate to start the show off with some bad news, but of course, damn it, of course, we had actor Chadwick Boseman pass away at the age of 43 from colon cancer. He just got started in his career, man. He's been with us for maybe 6 years, and
Right.
he's cranked out some movies. I've watched Black Panther for the first time last night. The only reason why I didn't
Yeah.
see
What
it,
were your thoughts?
the only reason why I didn't see it when it first came out was because so many people just kept talking, kept talking, kept talking. I wanted to wait, for the hype to die down. And yeah, it's been on Netflix, it's been on Fire Stick all this time. But I said, it had to be a right time, for me to watch it. Unfortunately, this was the time for me to watch it. Like, let me go ahead and see what everybody was talking about. When I tell you, I thoroughly enjoyed that movie. It was not one single boring scene in that whole movie. And shout out to the producer who scored this movie because those scene transitions, oh
Right.
my God, they
Mind you, mind you, that producer actually made those beats on GarageBand.
sound like it. I mean, you could tell.
You could tell they were done because
You
it's like
can
I
tell.
listened to every fucking pack.
You can tell. I'm like, yo, whoever did the little trap beats in between when they went to China or something like that. The little transition right there. I said, yo, that was some pretty dope shit. But me as a producer, I'm always listening for that. But overall, that movie hits a little different now. Because he's no longer here with
Right.
us. And I was actually following the Twitter watch party as it was going on. And people, was like, yo, the ancestor scene hit different, and I've been crying ever since, and I just can't, not watch him, but he really played that role very well. Um, Angela Bassett still should have won a damn award for that movie.
Right. She hasn't won for shit.
I'm telling you, like y'all
We're
better put some
we're back in this conversation again. I remember from Station that we were talking about.
y'all. But matter of fact, no, we were on here a few weeks ago talking about it when I asked Siri if she won an Oscar for that movie.
Well, yeah, that is true.
Hmm.
And ever since I got my new AirPods, I hooked them shits up. She does that now. She wasn't doing that before.
Uh
I would
huh.
say, "Hey," I ain't gonna say it, but then she would be like, "Doo doo," and then I'm like, "Hey, where's the nearest whatever?" Now I got the AirPods and shit hooked up, and then I say, "Hey," and she goes in my ear. She goes, "Hmm?" I'm like, "Nah, nah, nah, nah. You ain't gonna be whispering in my ear like that, honey. Better show me some TikToks if you're gonna be whispering in my ear like that."
Hmm. or
Siri.
or uh huh.
She goes, "Huh? You gotta check me out a date tonight, honey, with you talking to me like that in my ear."
Listen. That's why I changed mine to a guy. I just wanted to hear what it sounded like. I might change it to the English voice next. I don't know.
I would love it if they paid DMX to do it, to do the Siri.
Blah blah blah. Hey yo, what you want? No, I don't know what
Like,
that said. I don't know what that said. B.
right? Who is it? Raheem Hefner. No, we don't. This is just a regular music show. There's no battle. There's some battle rap talk when it's warranted for it. But no, we talk about random topics and underground music. We are privy to the underground battle rap scene, but this is not that kind of show, darling. But thank you for coming through.
Yeah, we appreciate you.
I, I, I should I
I did say I was going to start watching battle rap again, but uh, I just,
I should put the link in my bio like these producers do. John the Don is my cousin, guys. He's my cousin. He's my flesh and blood.
oh my
His
gosh,
aunt, my aunt is his mother.
oh my
Okay,
gosh.
guys. No, I should do that. I'm gonna start putting that in my bio since that's what we're supposed to be doing.
That is so cringe. Also, later on tonight in this broadcast, I conducted a poll over the weekend. We will hit those results, and hopefully, we'll get some feedback from you guys about the topic that I conducted the poll on. So hopefully, we hopefully we get to that. But first topic. This was the one that came across my desk kind of late in the game. I did not have this queued up. But last month I had reported that Ron Jeremy was charged with some sexual assault charges. Well, now there's 20
Yeah.
more. There's 20 more coming after him. Uh, let's see. Let's see. New charges include 6 counts of sexual battery by restraint, 5 counts of forcible rape, 3 counts of forcible oral copulation. Ooh, that sounds nasty. And 2 counts of forcible penetration by a foreign object. Ouch. The amended complaint comes after Jeremy was charged with sexually assaulting 4 women back in June. He has not. He has pled not guilty to those charges. The ages of the alleged victims range from 15 to 54. Now, the 15-year-old allegedly that incident happened in 2004, uh, and this was the charge with the penetration by a foreign object on an unconscious or sleeping victim in lewd conduct. So now, not only is he out here, a porn star, mind you, out here sexually assaulting these women, he is now a sex offender.
I'm sorry. What?
Bruh.
What?
Yeah. If convicted as charged, he could face a maximum sentence of over 250 years to life in prison. Just say life in prison because he's already in his 70s. Like, just leave, just let the man, if you're going to do it, do it.
What is up with all of these people that just want to like rape kids? Like, what the hell is wrong with people?
This is all alleged. Now, this is allegedly, air quotes, allegedly. So,
Girl,
so these, right, so these charges, the ages range from 15 to 54. So he's been a bad boy.
I was rooting for you, Ron,
We were
because in your
all we were all rooting for you. You was hugging trees. We felt bad because your father planted that tree when you were born, and now,
now you just done planted your ass into a federal prison. How dare you?
damn, Ron.
I I I can't. What's up, art lover? I can't.
I simply cannot. I don't have the energy to can. I don't. I don't. But
Look,
anyway,
out of all of the porn stars in the world, it has to be Ron Jeremy.
right. It could have been nobody else. Um,
Just leave Shane Diesel out of this.
I'm not gonna ask. Yeah, that's yeah. hmm I'm not. I'm not gonna ask. That also goes into the box of shit that I don't need to know about people.
every week, every week I tell you guys something that you don't need to know. No, it's just weird because I used to find magazines and shit in my mom's dresser, and
Nosy ass. Look
Diesel,
at you.
Shane Diesel was one of them, and I was like, who is this mofo?
Nasty
I didn't
and nosy. Look
understand.
at you. Look at you.
I thought it was Vin Diesel, but I was like, no, it's Shane Diesel. You know, he's a different type of Diesel.
Mm, mm, mm.
The magazine days. Yes, and I've kept every single Penthouse, Hustler, the other one, Playboy. What's another one? And the ones that was in the delis in the Bronx. Literally, as a kid, you go into the store, you be like, "Hey, can I get some now laters?" And you look and you see some, magazines and behind the thing, and you just feel weird as a kid. You just like, I just want my now and laters, but what the fuck is that?
See, we didn't we see our stores didn't display that. I don't see. I didn't know till I was much older that we had sex shops here. We only have one actually, um, and you have to be at least 18 to go in. Duh. Um, so you go inside this store. It's a very small shop, but it carries everything. You walk in, the receptionist, hey, welcome to such and such. Is there anything in particular you're looking for? Yeah, I'm looking for some nipple clamps and some pasties and I don't know. I'm feeling a little freaky. How
How do
about
you
some
say that with a straight face?
edible underwear? Oh, well, it's right over here. So me and my cousin and my mom, I don't know why we all went together like this. I forgot what we were going for. I think it was for my cousin. She was picking up a gift for a friend. And she knew the girl who worked at the store. So I'm walking by and it smells like sex and plastic and rubber. Just I felt icky. And I'm walking by all the straps, they had stripper poles, they had 8-inch stiletto boots with the ties that go around your leg or however you do the shit. They had handcuffs, the furry ones, the metal ones, the whips, the whole nine. You go downstairs and it's the cellar where they give you all the vintage stuff. I ain't go down there. But
Oh,
yeah,
you mean the 70s? You mean the
yeah,
70s stuff?
yeah,
Yeah.
a lot of
I
hairy
guess
muff going on.
I know.
That
Like the back
sounds
then,
that
honestly,
sounds nasty, hairy muff.
I can't do today's, HD shit. You know what I mean? Like it's like I can't get into that. I like the 70s, with the little funky music. It had a plot and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like it just was an interesting plot. You're like, oh, yeah. And in my mind, I'm like, yeah, I know they're gonna have the sex, but does he get
Have
the
to have
rubber?
the
Does he
sex.
is he gonna get the diamonds back? It's like this is what I want to know. Like, I'm like, it's gonna happen. I mean,
Because they had the
it's no
nerve to have a storyline like the girl was lonely and she was looking for someone to talk to and she calls you know what?
nah, nah. This had like literal like actors, like plot, to do
Yeah.
him. It was like two dudes. What was it? It was two dudes. They were like Starsky and Hutch or some type of joint, but they were smashing mad chicks. So this is the 70s, ladies and gentlemen. And I really cared about the film, even back then with the anime and the hentai or whatever the fuck you call it. They had plots. I want to see a plot. I don't need you guys to just go right into it. HD. I'm seeing where you're getting the depot shot in your ass. I don't need to see that. Okay. I need a little bit of gritty. I need a little bit of grittiness.
This is what you hear in the background. Hey, baby. So I heard you ordered a pizza. Did you ask for extra sausage? Like, bro. Like, hell no. Get that shit out my doorway. Nasty son of a
Look,
bitch.
Antique Roadshow on Antique
You.
on Antique Roadshow. Um, I'm gonna go there at my collection. I want to see what I can get for it. I know that they want, like I found, and this is what I always think about too, right? Not to get back on the morbid topic, but if I have a feeling I'm going out, I'm clearing out my history. All right, I'm getting rid of anything that would make my family look at me like, oh damn, Minx was a Minx was a freak. I'm like, y'all ain't gonna be going in my, y'all ain't gonna be coming to my wake talking about, and Minx was just very interesting. just I want everything, like I want to create like a self-destructive pod.
Oh my
You know what I'm
god.
saying? Like your heart stops beating, the pod just like on some Inspector Gadget shit. Like, oh, this message will self-destruct in 20 minutes.
Nobody will ever find this little bit of information.
Yeah.
Like
Like
the what
let's
like the shit like on Facebook where they say what happens to your Facebook page after you pass on, like who has the rights to post on your behalf. Bitch, nobody. What are you talking about? I don't want nobody posting for me. Some crappy, cringy,
delete
cheesy shit. Delete it.
delete all my delete all of my shit. That's why, like, me personally, what I've been doing, not because I'm preparing for the shit, but I'm just like, I would rather just have all those affairs in order. It doesn't really matter like how young you are, no matter how old you are. You really should have those affairs, and it matters because I've had relatives that have passed, and I was in charge of discarding their items, and honey, I literally was like, damn, great. Great Aunt Nona. And
Uh,
I'm opening drawers and shit. I'm like, oh God, what the fuck is this? I, I don't want to be that person. So I
You go
feel that
into a closet,
everybody should.
you go into a closet and find some tapes, and
Yes.
they're not marked, so you
You're like, I
don't.
think this is the wedding video we were looking for. Come on, gather around, everybody. And you're just like, oh,
Yes, go ahead, put that on pause, honey. I don't think this is the wedding video.
yeah. The big mama sitting there like, oh, well, um, oh no.
Right, like, oh, I did not raise my baby this way, but check out that angle.
Exactly. That's why, like, I would rather have all that shit together so that
But
when they,
honestly, does that like would that really matter? Like, would that really matter?
yes,
Like, you're dead. What can you
it's changed
do?
my outlook.
What?
It has changed my outlook on people when they die. Yes.
I mean, yeah, but once you're
I will
gone,
say
you're not gonna care that someone found your private freaky ass stash.
some people do. But back in the day, the 60s, the I would say the early 70s, the books that they had,
Oh yeah,
honey, honey,
I've run
I
across a few.
found my great great aunt, okay, when she passed away, we had to clean out her house. And me being young, I saw her like, a chick. You're curious, you're a teenager, you're curious. And you look and it was a chick and it was a dude with some very long hair and he's holding her in a very like subtle way, but you see a titty. And I was like, a titty. Oh my God, a titty. So
Oh my gosh,
here I go. I take the book, I put it in like up my shirt. I'm like, I'm gonna see what this titty book is about.
not the city book.
So I go into I take the book home and everyone's asleep. I take the book out. I'm like, I want to read what the fuck this is about. So I'm reading it and I'm like, boring. Just flipping
Right.
the pages. Okay, okay, now we're heating up. I'm like, cool, now we're heating up. So I'm like, okay. As Javier walked in the room, I'm like, ooh,
Oh,
Javier just took his shirt off. Ooh.
the naughty stories.
But in that then, I don't know what the fixation was about people that wrote these types of books. They were obsessed with stepmothers.
Mm-hmm.
They were obsessed with a hitchhiker. It was always a hitchhiker that got gangbanged. Like I never understood that.
Jesus, because
And then
I think I can give you a little reason why. Because I guess the fantasy of a young man getting a giggity with his stepmother is because it's like it's taboo. Like she ain't blood related, but at the same time, it's still that. I don't even know how to explain it now. I just opened up a can of worms on this one.
but that is the truth though. They were really back then they were obsessed with taboo shit.
Picking up hitchhikers and y'all do a three-way in the back seat of a Dodge. Like, bruh, like who thinks of shit like this?
In the forest.
In the woods, just take a left right here. Cut
Like,
the
oh
head.
look, there is a vacant cabin. I'm like, wow. Just so happens there is a vacant cabin with two men that were just trying to fix your engine that broke down.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. We know where this is going.
Well, how can I ever repay you? Well, I think I have some ideas.
You know what?
What?
That is the truth, though. That is the truth. This is how these stories were, and
Yeah.
when you think about it, like I had said to my grandmother one time, because I was very open with her, like with talking to her about these things, because it's weird to talk to your parents about sex. Like for me, my grandmother.
I avoided it at every cost. What's up, Kenny, the promoter on Facebook? What's up, Jennifer? What's going
Oh, what's
on?
good, Kenny? Send me some clients, Kenny. What's good? You got my number, bruh. Um, the bottom line is that my grandmother told me, she said, this is why they had 12 kids back in the day. She said there was nothing to do.
Yeah.
There was nothing to do. Literally, there was nothing to do. So you guys had, I'm like, y'all had no cable, y'all had no internet, y'all went on dates.
You had black and white TV in mid 60s, and that shit was limited.
Very limited, and mostly listening to the radio.
Yeah.
But now,
Imagine that pouring through your radio.
yeah, that but back then, this is why I say like a lot of the stuff that they did back then is being recycled now because I know that on radio shows that they had literal. Be lucky says they would just boink all day.
Boink!
So shout out to Be Lucky. No, please stand by. We're about to. No, but it's true. That's all they could do. They had babies. They had babies, and they raised their families. Women were. That's where the whole technical term of barefoot and pregnant came from.
Yeah.
Um, that's what it was. You got married. There was really no prophylactics like that. And if they were lambskin and they didn't do shit. So from what my knowledge is that even in today's world, I've often said, we are just way too over sexualized as a society.
And too advanced, like too young to be too advanced, because this right here, this little device right here, is the line between a curious 12-year-old and being scarred for life. I mean,
Damn. Okay.
they even got, cartoon porn, but it's not suitable for children, but of course it's a cartoon, so children are going to want to see it. But then they're not supposed to be they're not supposed to be watching it at all.
Oh my god. That's exactly what I think it sounds like too.
I remember my first time I opened my first Playboy. It was by accident, totally honest. Because I wasn't sure. Because once again, when you saw the cover, and the girl was like, you saw the nipple, you saw like a
Yeah,
side,
nipples.
yeah, you saw the side boob and a nip, you know. So you're like, okay, so what's going on here? You flip through the pages and you see the girls, doing the poses with the little Playboy bunny across the. At first, it was like the Playboy bunny logos over the nipples, and then she was butt ass with the ears and the tail, and then here comes the centerfold, and it scared the shit out of me. And I threw the book so far across because she was hairy. I was like, yo, okay, this is nasty. Nope. Mm-mm.
She said she was hairy.
She was hairy. Nope. I said, I don't know what these meant. This was like a late 80s edition, too. So I couldn't even tell you who was on the cover. It didn't even matter. But yeah.
But you know what? Those are considered collectibles. And yes, Art Lover says before you could see see it in the scrambled channels. It used to be the biggest thing. Yes, you used to
The
go to
Spice
the
Channel. Yes, I remember
Spice
that.
Channel. Yeah, and then of course, what was it? Growing up, I felt like I wouldn't say I was exposed to it too early. It's just that I was always like hunting in the house, looking for shit to do, and I always found shit I wasn't supposed to see. And I never asked any questions. I just like stole it and just hid it. Like,
Not leave it where it is and leave it alone. No, not Minx.
oh no, no, not minks. I mean, it. You know what? It took one day, and it was like for me, I was never like I was just always very curious. So one time I found some tapes, and I'm watching the shit, and then I heard my mom's key. I was like, oh my god! So I fucking threw the tapes in the drawer, ran in the room, and act like I was doing playing Sonic, and I don't know, before bed, like my mom was very creepy, like how she would just drop it on us. Like she would drop on us that I know what's going on type shit. So she came to me, we're getting ready for bed and everything. So she was like, how was your day? And I was like, everything is great. How was school? I was great. So she said, let me just say something to you real quick. And I'm like, yeah. She's like, if you ever go on my fucking drawer again, I know exactly what position that tape was in. And I know you were watching it. So what did you get? What did you
Surprise,
get
motherfucker.
from that? Exactly. I was like,
and
Don't
you
know.
felt like when you did something you weren't supposed to do, and your mom found out, but she never told you until like close to the end of the day, and you thinking everything's all good, and then when she popped it on you, your heart just flew down your. Like, oh my
Like
God,
you
she
sitting
knows.
right in the pit,
Yeah, like
right in
oh,
the pit of your stomach.
oh my God, she knows. She knows. I'm gonna
Somebody died.
die. I'm gonna die. She knows.
But that's how she would do it. She never told us like you're in trouble. She would make it seem like everything was good. Take us to the movies,
Mm-hmm.
everything. And then next thing you know, you're like, thanks, mom. It was a great day. She says, all right, take your pants off. For what? I'm gonna beat your ass. For
For
what?
what?
Because you were good in school. Miss Sheila said this. And then I'm like, so then why the fuck did you take us to the movies? She's like, because I want you to remember that is the last fun activity you're gonna be doing for a while.
Oh my God. That is fucked up. Jennifer says Spice was my ish. Hey, what's up, Leonard? What's going on, Leonard? Uh yeah, you came in at a
Be
you
like,
you came in at the crazy part of the show. Jennifer said I found my mom's adult toy and she had the shocked face. She was like, I'm glad if my mom ever had one, if she had some nudie mags, if she had some unmarked tapes, I'm glad I never found them. Thank you, Jesus. However, my grandmother used to have a file cabinet full of VHS tapes. And
I agree. Same here.
oh, your grandma had that file cabinet too?
It wasn't a file cabinet. It was a whole closet.
Yo,
A
it,
whole closet.
in the back hallway leading to between the dining room and my grandmother's bedroom, what's the second set of steps were, there was about four short file cabinets that came up to maybe kneecap. So these tapes had everything from Coming to America, giggity. Um,
I was about to say, uh,
they had, she taped, the Hollywood movies, and then there was this one drawer that didn't quite open.
it's always that drawer that doesn't
It's
open
always
right.
that motherfucking drawer that don't open. So my mom later tells me at a later age that my grandma was a bit of a freak and she had porno tapes. I said, you know what? Considering who she was, I don't doubt it. I just never want to see it. I
Yeah, I never wanted to see it either. I just hated the fact that, when you get older, you know, I feel like a part of me, like I used to say to my therapist a long time ago, I'm like, is there something wrong with me? And she's like, well, I can't say that there's anything wrong with you, Minx. I just think that your curiosity is what kind of melted your brain. I'm like, what?
mm-hmm.
My
Mm-hmm.
brain is melted. But this is what pisses me off, right? And y'all could tell me if y'all have these moments, right? I literally try to avoid sex on the internet like the plague. Okay, because it gets into your subconscious, and I'm very vocal about how pure and I'm trying to keep my subconscious. But I'll be on Twitter chilling in my discussions, scrolling, 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 and then I see some porn, and I'm like, oh, and I keep scrolling, and then 10 minutes later, I'm like, fuck, like I didn't want to see that shit, man.
Let me scroll back up real quick and let me get a better look.
And I go, I'm like, oh, dang, and I put it away, and then I say to Gino, I'm like, look, quick question. He's like, what? You good?
What kind of question is that? What kind of shit?
Me.
Hey, Vicky. What's going on, Vicky, over on Periscope?
You good? You all right? You okay today? You look nice. You look interesting. That's a nice shirt on you today. He's like, what do you want? What did you see? I'm like, I didn't see anything. it,
Like,
it just annoys me. I'm like, at least give us a sensitive content. Y'all put the sensitive content warning on the shit that ain't sensitive.
right. And then next thing you know, you get
And
to
then you see
scrolling.
this shit, and this is why I say it. Like, right, and this is why I say this. There's a lot of like with men. are like becoming sexual deviants because they're exposed to it so much
Mm-hmm.
that a woman, we see it, I'm a human being. Of course, you're going to be like, oh, like, that was sexy, but a man that has a problem, he's sir, you know, jack off literally every fucking day. Why there's so many women being like attacked, raped, people are being molested.
Right.
It's just too much sex on the web. So I'm like, there has to be like, maybe we should go back into that old era of where shit was on in file cabinets and things were just put away. And when you wanted to feel a little freaky dicky, you go in your cabinet and light your candles and get right. But with it being easily accessible, I really think that this is why there's like a big surge in all of this shit that's going on.
This is why I don't think children need cell phones. This is why my child, if I ever have one, will not get a cell phone until he or she can pay for one. You do what you
Right.
want. You do what you want. You can pay for what you want. But if I got to pay for it, you're not going to see it. You
But
can,
not even that, like even in the video games, you got these
oh yeah.
kids that are playing Roblox and you got sex rooms. And I'm like, y'all are 4, y'all are 5, y'all are 6 years old. What the fuck y'all have sex rooms for?
Hmm.
And they gotta pay. Like you got these people making money. They building clubs and they have you want your avatars to have the sex? You guys can go to this world and do it.
I used to get in trouble at the age of 5 and 6 for even talking about being nasty. You know what I mean? Like we used to get popped in the teeth for saying, "Oh, they did the nasty. They did it. They were doing it." Any variation of sex. If we ever spoke of it at such an early age, we got popped. You don't do that.
And if you're have siblings, it's even worse. They get you in trouble.
Lucky for
I'm
me,
gonna I'm gonna show grandma your stash if you don't give me your dessert. I'm like, fuck.
I wanted this brownie, but here.
Take the dessert. Take the dessert. You'll never take my midnight snacks.
Take the brownie. I hope you're fat, bitch.
I hope you eat the whole. I hope you choke on it, bitch. Now, my sister, she had did something very heinous. She ripped out my favorite page.
The favorite.
I'm thumbing through the shit. I'm like, okay, where is Anton? My God, it's gone. And she's sitting there like, I threw out Anton's picture. Fuck! Yeah,
Oh,
I was weird. I had no
I'm to the
boyfriends.
well, now that we've had this conversation, I'm glad I didn't have brothers and sisters. Jesus.
Yeah, they will. Your siblings will blacklist you. Without blacklist, blackmail you for the most dumbest shit. And we took that as like serious, like on some Takashi shit, like serious.
Yeah.
Like you're a snitch in the house. If you're a snitch in the house, man, you can't eat with us.
You gotta go eat
Go,
with you gotta go eat with the aunts, eat with the uncles. You gotta go eat somewhere else in the house, but you ain't gonna be sitting in here with us.
you're gonna sit at the kids' table. And you're right, Art Lover. Art Lover says they will tell on you and get you in trouble. Yep. And
Hell
then
yeah.
even if you did everything you asked them to do, they still told on you.
I have cousins that we've done some things that we will take to our graves, and that's how it should be.
That's real fam.
That exactly, because we were each other's brothers and sisters because we're all single fucking children. So of course we had to keep it. We had to keep it hush hush. But
Yeah.
the only time I got in trouble was, I'm out of the group of four of us. I'm the oldest. So of course I have to be the voice of reason. I have to be the babysitter. I have to be the referee. I have to wear so many hats. And as soon as two of the kids start fighting, it's Shannon, what did you do? I did nothing. I'm over here playing the Sega Genesis. I'm minding my business. I don't know what these two motherfuckers over
Right.
here doing in the corner. I don't care. They're not mine. They're not my responsibility. I'm over here whooping ass on Mortal Kombat. I don't care what they doing over there. But you're the oldest. You're supposed to. No, 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 no. Once again, they're not mine. I don't care. I'm over here.
Right.
That's me to this day. I don't. They're not mine. I don't care. I'm over here. But
But being a sibling now is a lot. I would say it's a lot different, as adults, because literally, like my brother, he'll text me and he'll say, "Hey, I'm gonna get on Warzone in a little bit. You want to hang out?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure." And I was playing Warzone this weekend with my brother. It was like a 2-day event. We just decided that, with all the stress that we were dealing with in our family, let's just kill some mofos, right? Man, this
perfect.
boy, I'm sitting in here crying because his commentary is so hilarious. So he gets killed, and we're talking and stuff, and then he gets killed, and he's like, "Oh, you son of a bitch! Please, avenge me! Avenge me!" So it's like I felt like there was a lot of pressure because at the corner you see where it says spectators, right? You see 5 people watching. I'm like, I must avenge my brother, and I go and I kill this dude, and I hear him say, "Good shit, sis. Good shit."
You avenged your brother.
I avenged him. Hold on, we have a visitor. Who's knocking on the door? Hey!
Hey! She's like,
Oh,
look. I like how she just rolled her eyes at the whole situation.
this is what she does. This is exactly what she does. She'll say,
I saw, but did everybody in the audience see what she did? She looked at Minx and rolled her eyes so hard. She took a nap.
like, you know that you're in a good relationship with your significant other when your child wiles out like that,
She is
and we
so
both
cute.
look at each other, and he's just like, and I said, wait until she's 16 and she tells you to go fuck yourself.
Ha!
Yeah.
And wait till she's like 14 and say, "Hey, Dad, I have a boyfriend."
Oh no, he don't want to hear none of that shit.
Of course, but he's going to. Because wait till she's 12. Oh my gosh.
Art lover, no, I'm 34, so he's 3 years younger than me. So he's 30. He's gonna be 32 coming in October. But yeah, he's lived in Boston for a couple of years, so he has that crazy accent. And when we play, it's actually very very hysterical. That's why I was trying to play on caffeine this weekend, but for some reason the issue that I'm having is that the game. I think this is just on Call of Duty, but I think they have to hit a setting in order for you to be able to pick up their audio. Um, in a party chat, but I'm still figuring it out with these people. I'm like, look, come on, this is not like this on Twitch. It doesn't happen on Twitch, but that's a
Right.
curse word around here. I heard.
What the T
I
word?
hate Twitch. I hate Twitch. The only reason why I hate Twitch is because DJ Academics is on there, and fuck him. That's why
Facts.
I
Uh,
can't stand him.
oh goodness. Oh, so R. Kelly got beat up in prison.
Mm,
I'm
they were
sorry.
stacking
That's
that
enough
big
for
rubber too, huh?
all on his face. Listen, there were some people out there protesting to free R. Kelly. I don't know why, but they were out there, and I guess the inmates got jealous and put the paws on the dude.
Really?
Yeah.
Fuck took 1088 out of my account. Give me 1 second.
Whoops.
That sounds like an Xbox thing.
Uh,
I hate automatic bill pay. I hate this shit. Like I just be chilling and I get an alert. Thank you for your purchase. I'm like, what the fuck did I buy?
what
I've
the hell?
been sitting here this whole time. Let's see. What is this? What the fuck is this? Gotcha, bitch. Oh, yeah. Okay, that is a purchase I did authorize. I ordered a. So funny how we got off this conversation. It's like a vibrator, but it's not.
Jesus.
Um, it's a pulse. I know you saw the Instagram ads for it. It's supposed to like it's for your muscles,
Uh
and it
huh.
looks like a pen.
Mhm.
I ain't trying it down there. I might burn my shit off.
Uh huh.
I'm afraid of those things. No, but I was like, I still have like a terrible neck spasm from our car accident that we had. And I don't want to go to the chiropractor because I don't want nobody touching me during quarantine. And I've said, let me see if this works. Let's see if this works. So keep my fingers crossed. So yeah, it was 10.88. It was $10.88.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
I am an eBay affiliate, so I'll be once I get my purchase, I'm going to review it, post it up on my website, and then you guys could buy it. And yeah, I can't wait. Oh, especially these. If you were to see my neck, you would say, Minx, this is not normal.
Well, I can only imagine.
My shit is so bad. It literally like Gino, like he tries to be sweet and comes over and don't you fucking touch me. He's like, okay.
Mm-hmm. Back
Golf
off.
balls, literal golf balls in my neck.
Ouch.
And it's so bad that I get migraines from it. Like I thought it was because of the coffee. It was like they were like, no, it's not coffee. Your neck is so tense that you have migraines because of your neck. I said, that's some bullshit. I've never heard of that in my life.
Right. Because the
Well,
muscles, all the muscles are kind of connected. So,
well, they wanted me to be on cyclobezaprine, I think.
yeah, that sounds about right for the
Yeah.
migraine.
Yeah. But you know what? The only reason why I don't like a shout out to Tony Blanco. He has a song called Cyclobezaprine. And when I hit him up and I said, "Yo, like," I said, "Yo, this shit is hot." Like, but it wasn't on a level of like how people talk about taking Zans and shit. It was pretty much about how it is. Cyclobezaprine is a devil because it is a muscle relaxant, and
You
I
can
take it at night.
you can build up a dependency on it.
Yeah, but I can't take that. If I take cyclobezaprine, there'll be no Minx Radio ever because I took it in the beginning. And when I woke up, I felt like somebody hit me with a truck.
Damn.
Best sleep I've ever had because your whole body gets like real relaxed. But it took me like 4 shots of espresso to just get out of bed.
Nah, I don't need that.
No, that shit is the devil. That's why I don't like taking muscle relaxants or anything like that. What I try to do is just try to change up how I'm living. Like as you see now, we got the big screen, so I'm not typing like this.
Yeah,
I'm not sitting like this. When I play Second Life, I sit back like this. But I'm gonna get a gaming chair
you got
and
to.
Alienware.
Yeah, you gotta get a chair like mine. I've sat in this thing for so long, and I sit in it so long, it doesn't even slide up and it doesn't adjust up and down anymore. It's just permanently on the floor.
Yeah, this shit goes straight to the floor. That's why where I'm sitting right now, it's like I'm sitting high chair. But if I press the button, I'm down. This is how I was Friday night. Like I was sitting like down like this because I'm used to my laptop being in front of me, but
Right.
this is up
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah.
it's like here, Minx had to flex. Now Minx can't get back up.
Yesterday they had the VMAs. I didn't see it. I don't watch it. I haven't watched a music award show in about 6 years. Probably
Me
longer than
too.
that. But let me read you some winners here. Lady Gaga was racking up the nominations. I was just scrolling and just saw Lady Gaga, Lady Gaga, Lady Gaga. So shout out to
Hmm.
Lady Gaga though. Video of the year was The Weeknd with Blinding Lights. Artist of the year, which I really couldn't believe, was Lady Gaga. Uh, I was either going for the baby or Meg The Stallion because saturation. Song of the year: Lady Gaga, Ariana Grande with "Rain on Me." Best collaboration was Lady Gaga, Ariana Grande. Uh, Best new artist, Push. Best new artist was Doja Cat. How
I
how
mean, she did good.
how long she been out?
I think Doja Cat she blew up this year, like towards the end of last year. Because you got to remember with these award shows, Emmys and all that stuff, you have to put it in a year in advance. to be
Yeah.
nominated for anything. So she, like right now, I could put in for a Grammy for next year because I you just have to be part of the committee and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but when you go and you're on her level, like her camp probably put all that information in last year. So she blew up after wasn't with Moo. It was her single that dropped after Moo was when she blew up, technically.
Mm-hmm. What was it?
So she you
The
have to
what was
be able
that
to
joint?
really
Go to Town. It was called like Go to Town or some shit. Was it that one?
yeah.
Uh
The
huh.
on- the
I figured.
I kind of like that song.
I didn't really.
I noticed that there is no indication that Doja Cat is on caffeine anymore. I noticed.
Hmm.
Like before, when you go to the main page, you would see Drake and you would see all
The
these
URL.
characters.
Yeah. Yeah, I
The
noticed she wasn't
URL.
on there either.
Oh yeah, she probably they probably said, Doja, you were hanging out in Tiny Chat talking to racists. Can't have that kind of press. Sorry.
Right. Let's see. Let me read some more.
I'm like,
Let's
wow.
see. Best pop was BTS. Best. Let's see.
I'm
Not
so tired of BT.
and here are the nomination. Here are the nominees for that category. You had Halsey, Jonas Brothers, Justin Bieber featuring Quavo, Lady Gaga, and Taylor Swift. BTS beat all of them out. Okay. Best hip hop. Meg The Stallion was Savage. I'm glad she's eating. I'm down with that. Let's see. Your best hip hop nominees was The Baby with Bop, which I thought he was going to take it with that. Eminem featuring Juice World, Godzilla, Future featuring Drake, Life is Good, Roddy Rich, The Box, which that was going to be my first choice if I had to pick because The Box was everywhere. No pun intended. Travis Scott, Highest in the Room, that's my shit. But Meg The Stallion got it. Let's see. Best Rock, Coldplay.
Which all these people were pissed off about, which I was reading the comments, which we'll talk about why I tweeted what I tweeted because I thought that was like real. It was just real corny for dudes to say she didn't deserve that award.
They said the same shit about Cardi when she won her Grammy. She didn't deserve it. Said that, and I do, but I did agree that J. Cole should have won with that last album he did. I do agree with that, but the men were just,
Yeah,
uh,
they don't want us to have shit.
they had best alternative, best Latin, best R&B, Weekend, Blinding Lights. I did not think the Blinding Lights was an R&B hit, but there it is. Best K-pop, BTS. That's where they should have been. Video for Good, Her with I Can't Breathe. Best music video from home. That is a new category, ladies and gentlemen. Ariana Grande and Justin Bieber with Stuck on You. Best group, BTS. Best quarantine performance, Cinco. I guess that's how you pronounce that. Unplugged, MTV Unplugged. Best direction, Taylor Swift. She produced her own music video. Yeah. And it goes on, and it goes on, and it goes on, and on, and on. But yeah.
This is what bothers me about the whole BTS thing, right?
They take over TikTok. They take over Twitter. They take over everything.
No, I'm not gonna say they do. Their fans do
Oh, the
with that
fans do.
crazy
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
that fucking fan cam shit. That they'll every single time on Twitter, I'll be like reading an article or something, and they'll say like a comment. Let's say the weather's bad or something. Like the weather is terrible and wherever we're at, just make sure you wear you use your umbrella. And they'll say, oh, just like Jungkook when he had his umbrella in such and such a video and showing the video and with him with the umbrella. And I'm like,
What did that?
listen,
Don't be that. Don't be that fan base. That is so
I
annoying.
I understand really liking someone's work. I understand really respecting and just being supportive of someone that doesn't know you exist. Um,
Minx, hold on. Before you go further, Jennifer just dropped a comment. She said, Minx don't love me no more. LUB. Minx don't
I
love me
love,
no more.
of course I love you. I just don't be on Facebook like that. But I definitely love you.
LUB.
I definitely
I
do.
had to spell that.
Um, I it just, you know what? It's like we know I like John B, but
Like,
I ain't gonna sit there and have his picture as my profile picture. It's not gonna be gone from Minx Couture or female producer to John B number one fan. I'm not gonna tell people to kill themselves because they don't like my favorite song. I'm not gonna find out where you live because you dislike his music.
oh my gosh,
This is
those are those other fans. Those are those other stands.
these mofos are crazy, right? And some I know someone's probably gonna say, "Come on, Minx, you never really you talk about when you were young, when you were in high school, you did." Honestly, I
Mm.
probably had one obsession, and you're gonna laugh.
Oh boy.
I had a crazy obsession when I was in high school. My sister will tell you. I was obsessed with David Arquette. I loved him. I loved his
Bruh.
band. I loved David Arquette. It was even to the point where he could, when they were in Scream and Courtney Cox would kiss him, I would cringe like, "Oh, you fucking bitch! You don't deserve him." Like I used to go.
Of all people, really?
You know what? The character Dewey. I don't know what the fuck. Let me not tell y'all I'm weird as fuck. I mean it. Character Dewey in Scream. I just loved his character, and I just became a fan. Like I was like, I like him. I like him as an actor. I like his band, David Arquette's band. Um, when him and Courtney Cox got married, I was pissed. And then when I was watching Friends, I saw that Courtney Cox had to put the hyphen to Courtney Cox Arquette. I was like, fuck this show. And I stopped watching it for a season.
Wow.
So I mean, I understand. Again,
That is
I,
a bit OD though. That's a bit
I
that's a
was
bit
a
much.
I was a kid. Okay. You got these ass grown ass people that are fucking crazy like that. Now, if you're a kid, I get it. But if you are an adult, 401k, and you sitting there talking about you a barb, there's something wrong with you.
Terribly wrong.
Something really wrong with you. That,
No, no.
we can't.
Once again, we're not saying you can't like the person, you can't like the music, but there's got to be a line that you got to stop at. There's got to be a point.
I had to block a barb the other day. I don't know if you saw it on Twitter.
I probably missed.
It's so quick. A lot of people probably did miss it, but basically, it was because of, the retweet that I had did about the girl that was saying that Cardi B and Meg her song.
Mm-hmm.
Look, and this is what was crazy. This was a Cardi B fan, right? Right, art lover. Art lover says people say that about the Beehive. Yeah. So I all I did was retweet it and I said, yo, they stay taking, from the underground, they stay taking our ideas. It was just it was a comment that could have been towards anybody. But this Cardi B stan climbed into my comments and called me all kinds of dumb, all kinds of stupid, and you don't know what the fuck. How are you from the Bronx? I'm like, listen, bitch, listen, Linda, okay, who are you? Give a fuck about you? I don't give a fuck about Cardi B. What I give a fuck about is the fact that people in the industry are stealing from us. That bitch, that beat don't even sound remotely close to, but you are a consumer. You are a consumer. You are hearing, because you are obsessed with Cardi B, you're not, this is cognitive dissonance at this point because you will refuse to accept new information what that someone is saying. You refuse to compare the obviousness of the fact that these two beats are the same.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, and you as a bitch, a woman, a female, an XX chromosome bitch, instead of you just looking at the big picture that another female producer got her ideas jacked, you want to call me all kinds of bitches. I was like, I ain't got time for this shit. And I blocked her. And I'm not big on blocking people.
Right.
But it was the type of thing, and I was like, you know what? It's like screaming at a fucking brick wall. What is the point in arguing with y'all? Like y'all refuse to accept the data. So if someone is saying like, you can have your fave, there's always the discussions like with Nas and shit as well. You got a lot of dudes that grew up on Nas, old heads. I hate
Hmm.
to say it, true, but arguing with a bunch of kids that never was around that era with Nas, that was never around that era when hip hop was birthed. Like we really have to really sit back and say to ourselves, the 30 and on the 30 and over crew, hip hop is not ours no more. It's not
Yeah, we,
ours.
we, we, we lost it. We lost it.
It's not ours. This we accept that we are older, okay? And I'm not saying you got to go and knit and go listen to jazz music. I'm not saying that. But we were kids too, and our parents are probably listening to our hip hop and saying this ain't hip hop because we had the boom bap and we had this. What is this sampling? Sampling. Our parents were cringy, cringed the fuck out about sampling their records. But we kind of have to, you know, do the same thing. Got to let these kids figure it out on their own. Beat making, song making. What's up, Jerusalem? We just have to step back and let these kids figure it out because then they're gonna have an era that's gonna come up under them. It's probably gonna be all Fortnite music. Who knows?
And they're quick to tell us, uh, y'all old, y'all sit down. This is our time. This is our time. Yeah, but y'all don't know what to do with your time. You don't know how to. I mean, when they say the sound is to evolve. The plan is to evolve. The music must evolve. But how is it evolving when the songs are 2 minutes long? Is mostly ad libs. The beats are alright, and that's it. Like they don't even have hooks anymore. Like how can you say we can evolve if you're increasingly dumbing down, shortening? Like there's no way to fully enjoy today's hip hop. There is no way to fully enjoy it the
Because
way you want to.
they don't even have one song that is a radio hit. Be Lucky says it's not evolving, it's mutating for the worse. Look,
That's the word I'm looking for, mutating it, because
true.
we don't know what's going on. And then two, it's a bunch of fad chasing, bunch of wave chasing, because they see their favorite producer do this, so everybody's got to jump on this. They see their favorite rapper wear this, do this, so they got to wear this, do this. We did that as well, but not as some shit we just couldn't do.
Yeah, we didn't have the courage to pull some shit like that off.
Yeah. I mean, you got your Young Thugs and all that. Your Post Malones with the tattoos all over the face and the whole get up. But yeah, it's
And you
mutating.
know what? That's very true, Jerusalem. And I've I don't know if you guys follow us on Twitter, but I'm mostly on Twitter. I prefer Twitter because the type of discussions that we have on the show usually comes from discussions that we have out, which I call the field. Um, and I definitely agree. Jerusalem says everyone has access to studio stuff now, unlike in the past.
Hmm.
Um, and that's true because when you make shit easily accessible, um, I've already said before, my album, my EP, my beats, everything I have done was on my iPhone. I'm gonna show you how fucked up this iPhone was. It wasn't because I was broke. It was just because I didn't feel like upgrading. I don't do shit to impress people. Okay, but this was my iPhone SE, right? And this iPhone SE, um, I was able to record 23 songs with my gaming headset. Okay, I use GarageBand. I downloaded the little packs and the midis and the loops and all that stuff that comes with it. Um, I literally would do an entire session on this little piece of shit phone. You see, this phone is not even as big as my head. Yes, coffee.
Coffee.
You're giving me the whack cup
No, I'm not. I couldn't find the other cup.
Oh,
here. Thank you. But look, if you guys see, See how cracked up this phone is?
You still ain't got rid of it yet. That's a damn shame.
Tire,
Mm.
man. As long as it still works. Oh,
Mm.
he don't ever believe me, babe.
Mm.
You look. It says Jerusalem right here. He says, "Hey, shout out G. See, they love you,
Gang, gang.
gang, gang."
Gang. What's up, guys?
So again, yeah, you're more than the coffee guy. You're a blessing.
Oh.
So this phone is cracked the fuck up, cracked the fuck out. Okay. I recorded an entire EP on this phone. So you don't even need a studio anymore. All you need is a decent, which I paid, I think $60 for my gaming headset. Um, and you just have to understand how to mix, which all of a sudden now you have all these guys that are running ads about, hey, do you know that you have a studio in your pocket? Yeah, you can download FL Studio. Or if you have an iPhone, GarageBand. If you sign up for my monthly whatever bullshit that I'm trying to sell you,
Yeah, no.
I can teach you how to mix your vocals. I'm like, listen, bitch. I have done so much on this phone that I know that Drake records on his phone. I know he records on his phone because he's using stock plugins on his vocals, and you could tell
Of course you can.
that boy don't go to no damn. Look, everything is a flex.
The boy.
Everything, yeah, the boy.
He calls himself that the boy.
I don't know who told him that shit was cute, but um, I just feel that it's not so much of the easy like the fact that it's easily accessible to be a creator. I just think that the distribution companies should get back into being tight with allowing people to release shit.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I believe. I think everybody and their mom, if you're able to distribute your music, should you make money on your music? Absolutely.
Of course.
But if I was a distribution company, I would tell people you cannot distribute your music until you let us know you're publishing. Period. You- That means that you're a serious artist to me. So if you can invest in publishing and you can invest in a SoundScan service and you do the checklist and I see that you did all of that, then yeah, I'll give you a UPC code and you can sell your song in my market. But it's just way too many people releasing music. I just see every fucking day new EP. I'm like, you just dropped an EP. Why do you need another EP? That's why everyone's going to Bandcamp now. People like fuck this Spotify shit. If a fucking dog can bark on a mic and get 20,000 streams, then it's just too easy.
Way too easy. Currently the versus battle is going on between Brandy and Monica. They've only been on the air for 30 minutes and they already hit 1 million followers. 1 million viewers. That's fast as hell. Uh, but yeah. Speaking of Spotify, it's crazy that you mentioned Spotify because if y'all follow Joe Budden podcast, he says after September 23rd, the Joe Budden podcast will no longer be on Spotify exclusively, although he did not tell us where it will be on the next platform. Reason being was because Spotify wasn't being 100% with their business dealings, apparently, and they couldn't come up with the money to pay the guys. You know what I mean? But they try to offer them some watches. That's their story. They
I'm
were
gonna be just like Joe. I'm gonna be just like Joe. Come on, Joe. Get yourself a Patreon, Joe.
and and
You
and,
don't
and what
need things.
and while and you know what I'm saying, and so while people are saying that oh my gosh, Joe, he's so washed up, he's old, he just turned 40, like literally today, he just turned 40, so I don't see how that's old. Snoop Dogg is old as shit, but he's still rapping and nobody says shit to him. But I digress. He owns the Joe Budden podcast. When I say he owns it, he owns the IP. He owns he owns every piece of it. So he could take it and go to Patreon. He could take it and go to OnlyFans. He can take it and do whatever he want. However, you got people like Charlemagne who's been, doing radio and doing shit like that for over 10 years. And he thinks that Joe should have stuck it out and negotiated. Not when you know your worth. Not,
Honestly, they would never do this shit to Joe Rogan.
And he brought him up as well because everybody made the comparison because Joe Rogan got that $200 million deal. His show starts tomorrow, but he's also able to keep all of his episodes on his old platforms. They gave him 200 million. He ain't even he ain't even he ain't even he's not even recording anything right now.
See, these types of situations that I always say, these are supposed to be eye openers because Joe Button, I'm gonna be honest. A lot of people started podcasting. A lot of black people started podcasting after Joe Button, made it into a thing. Let's just be honest. Joe Button is the pioneer of black podcasting, I believe. Um, I'm not talking about radio shows. I know we had a debate a while ago about what is the difference between
A
a
podcast,
podcast
right?
and a radio show.
Well,
But right
he
now,
didn't. Well, he didn't take the credit for because people had told him, expressed that same sentiment that Joe, you're walking so we could run, but he doesn't take credit for that. But on the same token, these negotiations with Spotify and the way he broke it down on two podcasts straight. He broke it down so when you listen to it, it's like okay, even though he's a 10th grade dropout, this man knows what he's doing. And it's those that talk shit about, well, you need a lawyer and you didn't get a deal and you da 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 da. You don't know the business of podcasting because Spotify didn't even have a podcasting division yet. And they gave a contract to, he said, Amy Schumer, paid her a bag. Her shit flopped. Not that anybody expected it, but her
he,
shit,
he's
her, sh-
pulling a minx. You realize this, right? Like
but
he is like
I mean, listen,
he's throwing everybody under the bus,
and
and
he
he's
really
good.
he broke the shit down. He said they gave Amy a bag. Amy did her show. The numbers wasn't really hitting their expectations. Day one, they recouped what they expected out of the JBP in 1 hour. They made their money back in the first hour. And this is when they were only putting out one broadcast a week. And then they doubled up the efforts. They got more output. They had more people tuned in to Spotify on these specific days simply because of Joe. This was before tax season. This was before Need to Know. This is before all these other podcasts came out. Spotify said, "Listen, look at this. We got 70 within 75 minutes. We've got this many people listening on this app alone." But then, like Joe said, after the numbers and the money started rolling in, they basically pillaged. That's his word. They pillaged off of him. Once again, sucking the culture out of us. You want us there, but you don't want us there. You want
See
my
that, that
you want my
that's
you want my product, but you don't want to pay me for my product. So now I'm forced to go somewhere else.
this is exactly why I keep saying to people that we as black people, um, we need to have our own shit. You know what I'm saying? It's not even a level of trying to because somebody had said the other day, we're always crying about being segregated, but we segregate ourselves. Um, I don't think that we understand the importance of ownership. Oh, even for myself, Jerusalem says Joe will never be satisfied, which is a good thing. Yes. Um, we have the power right now. Like, okay, yes, we're live on Caffeine TV, right? Caffeine TV is not black owned, from my knowledge, right? Caffeine TV can come to me tonight and say, listen, Minx, you know, I'm gonna take your coin back. I'm gonna take your little badge back. I'm gonna do this. We're gonna limit you from being Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. We want you to be on Thursday, Friday. They can do that because this is their platform. They're giving us they're giving us an olive branch to allow us to use their platform to build our audience, right? This is not ours. However, I can go and purchase my own shit, purchase my own network. Like we have the ability to do that as Black people. But the problem is that y'all too worried about what other people are doing. So I've always said that, there's a lot of people there's a lot of Black people podcasting. Why not invest in our own platform so that we can be able to do what we want, say what we want? Oh, obviously, if it's within reason and it's not hurting anybody, just to be ourselves. And this is the same shit that happened. This is why we're here live in this type of format. We were on another platform called Station Head. Again, white owned, and all of these places, all of these people, what they do is, what's up, Sneezy? What they
Sneezy.
all these people, this is what they do, right? They build the platform. These rich Caucasians, they build these platforms. They invite us on. But the problem is that they don't realize that when we build our audience, out of 10, if something doesn't work out and we leave, we're taking them with us. So I could easily say like the same shit with YouTube, right? I look at all these people that have built an empire on YouTube, and in a matter of seconds, you do one dumb thing or say one dumb thing, you are demonetized. You can no longer make money. We have to stop giving people the power to take away our opportunities to be monetized. That's why I keep saying people, oh, Instagram, Instagram, Instagram. Okay, get your own website. Oh, well, I can't do that. I don't have the money to. Okay, get your own website. You don't even have to put shit on the website. Just make sure you have it. Own it. Ownership. Own your shit.
Yeah, that's the whole premise of what Joe was saying.
Like, even though Patreon, like I
Hmm.
mentioned Patreon, but again, Patreon is another platform that is not owned by Black people, right? So I think that we need to come out of building platforms or building, we just have to come out of building our platform on an existing platform already. You should always have your own hub. And this is what I'd be educating and telling people, Jewel, tonight. You should always have your own hub. It's not visit me on Instagram, it's visit me on thisismywebsite.com. You look at any ad on Facebook, you look on any ad on Instagram, Twitter, Pinterest, all these companies. It's not for them to build their following. You're not advertising to build your following. You're advertising to take people to visit your domain, because you know good and damn well what scares these companies like Instagram, Facebook, all these social media companies. This is what their fear is. Their fear is that these people are going to wake up and realize that they can make money off of their own traffic someday. So why on earth would I pay an influencer 60, 70, $80 to put some shit in their story when I can charge several businesses 60, $70 a week to advertise on my website because we're getting 10,000 hits a month or we're getting 50,000 hits a month? Why the fuck would I care about an influencer? Please tell me. So that's why I say the importance of ownership. Joe Budden is smart. Joe, hit me up. My name is Minx Couture. I have some business ideas for you. He could start his own network.
He
Fuck that.
he very well can. And the good thing, the great thing about Joe was while he was trying to negotiate, he wasn't negotiating for him. He was negotiating how things should be done for the future podcasters that decide to use Spotify as their DSP. Um, they saw the numbers and they basically, like, at the end of the day, by September 24th, Spotify's stock, like their stocks are going to drop so fast. The value of the app is going to drop so fast because prior to all these 80,000 other podcasts that came on afterwards, the
They're not
main
making that kind of money.
they're not, and they're not going to they they're going to crash and burn. Joe also says when you have when you have a podcast as popular as his, crash Spotify on numerous occasions. That should tell you something. But the fact that they undermined and undervalued his podcast and try to give him, oh, well, how about a trip to this? Oh, well, how about some watches? How about this? And he says he's paid the least out of the four of them. He's
See
pa-
that that's
and he took the short. You know, he took the short so his homies could eat.
but that's exactly why what with these types of deals it's scary because even now with the shit that I'm doing, you know, I don't like the idea of people telling me 'cause I've been hit up about a couple of sponsorship deals for my show, right? Now people will always say, "Okay, Minx, you ain't popping, you ain't this, you ain't that," right? It's the same thing with a record deal. This podcast deals. I personally don't feel right pulling my podcast out of where it's at to be exclusive at one place
Hmm.
because we fall out of it. That means that I have to now run and scramble to upload every episode with episode notes and all this shit because you're not spread out. So my podcast is on Spotify. It's on Pocket Cast. It's on Apple. It's on iHeartRadio. Put it there because that's what an RSS link is for, right? But if Joe is smart, he would get into a paid subscriber basis. He would probably make more money. I would say be fair, $5 a month. You know what I'm saying? Let's say okay, $1 a month, $5 a month, $10 a month, depending on you give us a shout out, you have us down as executive producers. You interview some of your members or some shit, right? Give a platform for underground artists or something like that, an internship. I don't know, but Joe would make more money because even with Patreon, you go and you upload an audio feed. We all get the alert. We all gonna hear it. We may crash Patreon.
Exactly.
But this is what I keep saying. It's like it's no different from having a plantation owner that's going to tell you that you can live on the fields. You can live here. You can live here with your friends and your family. But when I crap the whip, that's it. Get back
Hmm.
and work. But you ain't getting paid nothing. But I'll give you some room and board. You're cool. I'll leave your wife and kids alone. They're cool. But it's that mentality of black people that think that we fucking own shit and we don't. We don't own anything. And that's what's going to change the whole world. Everyone keeps talking about Black Wall Street. I'm sorry. If we got Billy Bats and these mofos that are scamming people in the DMs and shit, I don't really have high hopes of all black people coming together and actually creating a situation like that. So that's a shame, Makes me want to take my podcast off of Spotify. Not like anybody would care, but
I mean, Joe was also on. He was on Apple Music before he went to Spotify. So apparently, Apple Music tried to jip him the same way. And while people sit there and joke about he never stays in one place. He always messes up the contract and wherever he go. No, like one of the commenters just said, he doesn't stay in one place, and that's a good thing because when you know you're no longer valued, when the morale is low, you gotta go.
yeah,
You go where you're
that's
wanted, go where you're needed, or like you say, create your own.
he can do his own. And I hope he does his own because he don't really need he has a good show. And even now, we are live on Caffeine, right? We own this show. We own this show. This is our baby, right? We are also live on Mix Radio. We are also live Facebook, YouTube, wherever, whatever. But our centralized hub, which is the radio shit, I own I own that IceCast. You know what I'm saying? I own that streaming information. That's why I say the same thing with people that like to go live. You like to go live on YouTube. I know that y'all are afraid to spend money. You're like, what in the fuck? Why do I have to spend money? I paid, you get what you pay for, right? If you don't pay shit, can't complain about the shit that happens. So even for YouTube, I said, fuck YouTube. I'm so tired of YouTube. YouTube is just, they took down all my conspiracy videos. You got these cringy ass people that don't deserve to be monetized. These parents that are exploiting their children because they want to have show. So I said, fuck that. I got Vimeo, right? So no, y'all see the paid option. Oh my God, I got to pay for this shit. I would rather pay an annual fee so that I can have my lives not interrupted, not bothered. I don't have no copyright strikes or hey, you played a song that, you know, now we're going to mute your whole video because we you played a song that you got permission to play. Got to start locking it down now, especially with the changes that are coming before the election with the internet. As we know, Apple and Tesla are no longer in bed together. You can get a nice little share of Apple right now, or under $150 for one share. Tesla under $500 a share.
Great day.
Follow the money. Follow the money. And yeah, be lucky. Yeah, it's very complicated. It's a when you get into the realm of broadcasting, having shows. I tweeted this the other day. We don't get the type of respect that we deserve. Right? We love y'all. Y'all, we rock with y'all. Yeah, Jerusalem. Yeah, it's all over the news. I do my forex shit. You know what I'm saying? I like reading. I like money. I like reading about it, understanding it. Um, but this is a very serious thing. Walmart is trying to buy TikTok. You know, thank you, Be Lucky. See, Be Lucky, sweet. Be Lucky tips. We love you. And you give me tips, I give you tips. So follow the money all the time. Follow the money. Even if you don't understand the stock exchange, read Reuters. What is it called? Reuters or Reuters?
I think it's Reuters. Depending on who says it.
Reuters. Read.
Depending on who says it.
Well, I'm gonna say Reuters. Reuters.
Ricapacha.
Capacha. So yes, the stocks are going down, and currency values going down. So I'm the type of person. Congratulations to you, Sneezy. Sneezy says I invest in the stock market and I'm 14.
Go ahead.
Don't take nothing with y'all from anything that you learned today. Please take this with you. Follow the money. Money is what makes the world go round. So while people are distracted about all the other things and you're focused on the money, can I see oil is going up? I'm like, oh shit, some shit is about to go down. So it's little things. Oil goes up, the price of food goes up. That means that something is about to happen. There's going to be a hurricane. There's going to be some sort of natural disaster where food is going to get more expensive. But if the price goes down, I'm like, okay, I'm cool. I'm calm. I'm collected. I can go and buy toilet paper and not worry about it.
Well, now people can't find disinfectant spray, so
You can't find nothing. Can't anything. Um,
And Amazon, y'all are crazy, charging $70 for one can of some damn Lysol disinfectant spray.
damn.
Who you think gonna pay for that shit? Not us, I the cat.
You know what? Be lucky. That's good though. There's a lot of people. Be lucky says I hustle flower in the Midwest here in Chicago, nonstop money for real. Listen, I always tell people everybody is not a hustler. No, everybody doesn't have that in them. Some people really want to be a hustler. Um, but I take my hat off to people that take it seriously, regardless of whatever it is that you do. I have a lot of friends that do, they do that. You know, I see some people they got into the business of, hey, I can't sell weed, but I'll sell the shit that you got to roll up on it.
All right.
Right. You know what I'm saying? I've been seeing some real cool, rollers. People are putting their brand on that with cannabis industry. Everybody is, as more states become legal, more people are getting into the business behind it because, you got bakers, you got, people that make cookies, cupcakes, all these edibles, all this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And like, wow, like that's really cool. So supply and demand. Hey, weed. I don't smoke the devil's lettuce, but I'm gonna sell the shit that you gonna roll it up on.
Yeah. Facts. I've even got some
Be
friends.
lucky.
I even got some friends. They make the little the trays. You get a tray, a grinder, a lighter with the little logo on it. Like they get a little party pack.
Yeah. Everything is an opportunity, and that's why I love people that grind and hustle because they understand that it's the whole purpose of being able to be in business. Anyone that's thinking about starting a business and you don't know why, I know there's a lot of people that are like that. I only have my second jewel for you today. Start a business, a solution to a problem. That's what businesses are for. They're like, hey, I have an idea. Write it down. That may not be a good business idea, but you might be able to sell it. You can't do everything. And again, all the people that are starting podcasting, again, I take my hat off to you. This is not an easy business. It is a fucked up business. You think the music business is bad, podcasting is bad, broadcasting is bad, being a gamer professionally is bad. And I say bad as in, it sounds like a running for a Seth Rogen film.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. How many enemies have we created? You create a lot of enemies in this business because people look in your backyard, they see how you doing shit,
Mm-hmm.
and then they try to do the same thing. And I don't really care if you copy anymore, but just don't fucking sit there and say that people are copying you because I'm gonna
Cause that's a lie.
laugh. That
Cause
is a hell of a lie.
cause we've been seeing an influx of podcasters and all of a sudden influencers and all of a sudden consultants and all of a sudden uh realtor brokers and all of a sudden this that and the third. So yeah, that's the one thing, like the podcasting part itself, like what we're doing right now, this is the easy part, this is the fun part, but the hard part is,
This is the fun.
yeah, this is the fun shit, but the hard part is, how do we separate ourselves from the 15 million other podcasts? What is it that they're doing that, what is it that we're doing that they're not doing? What is it that we can do so nobody else can do it? Shout out to MQZ. What's going on? 759 the GOAT. Oh, appreciate it. Hashtag Minx moment. He actually wrote that. I mean, listen, like we've noticed, Minx and I have noticed, we've been podcasting together for I'm say over 6 months because I really don't know anymore. Uh we've noticed
And
a
Facebook said we were friends for 2 years. What was up with that?
Facebook said we were friends for 3 years, and I swear I didn't think it was that long. I thought we just met like last year. I don't know. My mind is garbage, y'all. You know.
No, that shit was a slap in my face. I said 3 years. I've known you longer than that. It seems.
It seems
Mm.
I might have to go back and research some things, but
Was this when my gap was closed, or
you know what?
I was like, was it pre-gap or after?
A pre-gap. I fucking hate you.
I'm over here about to drink coffee from this morning. You see this shit?
And your man just bought you. See. Something's wrong with your mind. But yeah, this whole this whole podcast thing, like since we've been podcasting together, on numerous platforms, we noticed that the people that used to be part of our camp, part of our crew, part of our clique, they branch off and do their own thing, which once again we have no problem with it. But then we find elements, we find pieces, parts, and puzzles to, you know, you know, saying it,
Oh,
saying I'm saying it without saying it, you know, what I'm
I'm
trying
gonna
to say,
just
makes.
say it. Motherfuckers don't know how to think for themselves. And you know what? I literally sat here. I talked to Leonard about this earlier, and he put it into an excellent perspective, right? Um, I don't think that I think it's very no, like deep when you realize how much of an influence you have on people.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I don't really consider myself an influencer. Um, I think that's cringy as fuck. Yes, Jerusalem. Rest in peace, Sir Chadwick, Cliff
Yeah.
Robinson, and John Thompson.
Yeah.
Son,
Georgetown coach gave us
you
AI,
you those were the three?
gave us Patrick Ewing, gave us Dikembe Mutombo. Man, I'm telling you, 2020 don't let up.
Question.
We still got what, 4 months left?
You're gonna get hit with more shit. Hawkspit just asked a good question.
Mm-hmm.
What is my purpose then? Um, my purpose is to find my purpose. I have been searching for my purpose for a long time. I believe that God has. I'm gonna sound like Prince real quick. I believe that God has cursed me um, with such, to how can I say this nicely without God saying, you know what, bitch, then fuck you, then I'm gonna take back your gifts. It is a curse to be consistently creative. I believe. I feel like it's a joke. I'll be talking to somebody and they'll say something, and then while they're talking, I'm like, that would be a dope ass song idea. Hmm. I wonder if I have the pack that I need for that. You know what? That would need some strings. Or you're driving, everybody's singing, oh, nah, nah, and you're saying to yourself, I remember I heard that synth somewhere. I think it was in this pack that was in FL Studio. I think it was probably a stock thing. When I get home, I'm going to have to check on that. It is a curse to
It
be
is.
creative. It is a curse. Um, a pleasant curse, but I look at it as a curse because of the fact that people, they want it. They want your talents and they copy you.
As cringy as it seems to say that you are an influencer, I, for one, could most definitely say I am an influencer. I have influenced. I've been influenced, but when I'm influenced, when I'm influenced, I don't jack. I don't copy. I don't no variation of what the fuck it is that you're doing.
Right.
My thing has always been do what nobody else is doing. Even if it looks like I'm doing the same thing Minx is doing, I'm not doing the exact same thing Minx is doing. I'm
Yeah,
doing,
some people they copy it down to the T.
man, listen, just listen, Caffeine TV, listen, we family, right? So listen, since I have been podcasting before the Random Talking Indie Music Show, I ran a podcast called Live from 805, which is my baby, which is my pet. I had my MQZ said I'm a social substance. Yeah, I'm a social substance too. I'm crack because once you sample my shit, you become addicted and you can't go anywhere without seeing it, without hearing it, without people taking from it, without and once again, it's that curse that you speak on. When my podcast first came out and we were doing fairly well, we were getting the numbers and this, that, and the third, nobody else was doing the shit. Like literally, nobody else was doing the shit. And then a year into my podcast, here comes four other people. They want to do they want to do their own shit. Okay, fine. So I'm watching. You're damn right. I'm watching. I'm watching your format. I'm watching how you stream. I'm watching your shit. because you've watched mine. I want to see how you do shit. So then when I see that what I've been doing is kind of sort of okay, well, now it's time to switch it up. Oh, but wait, they want to switch it up too all of a sudden. Then when I start to
Right.
add something else, then they want to start adding something. So, I said the best thing when we did our last show back in March. This is when the quarantine like kind of sort of first hit, and people were really worried about it. We did our last live show in March, and then I took a break. I said I need to sit down and figure out what it is. If I'm still going to podcast, what am I going to do? So here comes the Random Talking Indie Music Show, something totally different from what we were doing at from live, and got Minx in, and we brainstorming off the rip. Even our shit started getting ripped off. Titles, content, sound effects, the whole nine. Minx was the only one doing the sound effects. I kind of sort of snatched it from her now, but she was doing the sound effects. Nobody else was
But
doing
we
it, but
we build off of each other though. That's the difference. It's like other people,
yeah.
I notice what they do is that they come to you in your DMs. They always say the first thing is of what you're doing, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I ain't never seen you in a live. I'm always looking at who's in the comments. I don't ever
I
see
pay
you comment.
attention. I pay attention to who comes in the rooms. I pay attention.
And you know what? That's why I say I don't want to be an influencer. And I don't want to have the
But
power
we
to
are.
influence
We
anybody.
are. We are accidentally. We've become influencers accidentally.
This has gotten to the point now, which I was telling Leonard earlier, that when you start getting DMs of people asking you, can you post this in your stories? Or, hey, can I send artists your way? Or, hey, can you come onto my show? Or can you tell me how to? I'm like, look, I'm going to tell y'all what I am. Hawkspit asked me earlier, they said, are you a triple threat? Honestly, I don't really like to toot my own horn.
Beep beep
Um,
bitch. I am.
I am. If I go down the list, y'all gonna be like, okay, Minx, you all cap. Um, I'm a rapper. I am a singer. I am a songwriter. I am a producer. I am an engineer. That's on the music side. I am a gamer. They participate in tournaments and shit, but it is what it is. So that's the other thing, right? Now, as far as my skills, because I say if you can't monetize your skills, this is why I don't understand why there's so many services always talking about they want to help somebody. Um, I am a blogger, design websites, I design apps. I'm a nerd. Okay. I
Nerd.
understand. I'm a fucking nerd. Okay.
You are a
As
geek.
I,
But so
I
am
do
I.
coding. I build all this shit, right? Now, graphic designer. I edit podcasts. Um, it's really good with computers.
Holy
Now,
shit.
let's go into the podcasting side. I do podcasting. I do radio shows. I do song reviews. I do controversial topics. I do topics that are not so controversial, and I help build podcasts. I help build. I'm literally out in the Bronx right now helping a podcast location, which they said makes you help us, we help you. So I got a spot for my show when I want to use it, and in turn, I just had to do the technical stuff, right? Not to mention the real life shit. I've been a receptionist. I've worked for attorneys. I'm a person that likes to learn. I feel like our purpose here is to learn everything that we can. We have the internet. Some people would rather twerk than read up on the history of twerking. That's the difference.
Big
So
difference.
I'm a person that always has to learn because knowledge is our power. The more you know, the more you understand things. I have never been in a situation when I went for a job interview, I knew I wasn't qualified for that job. I knew for fact I was not qualified for the job, but I didn't go in there with that in my mind. I walked in there saying to myself, I'm walking out of here with a job today. And the first thing they always ask you is your skills. Don't ever, ever, ever give it all up, because then you'll be working endless nights trying to prove to your boss that they hired you and they did not make a mistake.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Jerusalem. Oh, use this time wisely to learn. Use this time wisely to just use the internet for what it's worth, because all this stuff can go away. Anything, any moment they can flip a switch, and that's it. So if you can't monetize off of your skills, it doesn't matter if you're not great at something, but figure out how to become great at it. And you will be good and great, and you'll be able to eat and do what you love because of your skills. But to the people that's out here that are starting shit, starting businesses, starting hustles, starting podcasts, starting shows, take my hat off to you. But you just got into the easy part. The hard part is when you have to decide, you want to get your nails done, you need to pay for someone to update that website.
Mm-hmm. And then on top of that, are you going to be consistent with what it is that you're
That's
doing?
the other thing.
Yeah.
Consistency. See, this is why a lot of shows fail. Great idea, because I say people they get these bipolar moments. No shade to anyone that's bipolar, but a symptom of bipolar disorder is when you feel like you could move a fucking mountain. You could do anything. Oh my God, I could fucking fly. And then you come down from that and you're just like, oh, what was I thinking? That I could fly.
And,
What do you do?
and then also, when you get into anything like podcasting, like producing, you're going to hit a slump. And then you're going to feel like you wasted your time. You're going to feel like that, you're that you're wasting your time. Like, bro, I'm spending hours a day doing something that's really it ain't really what I want to do. I thought it was going to be fun, but the next thing you
Yeah.
know, but consistency is the big thing when it comes to anything that you do. And it doesn't matter that what did you say?
I said everything you do. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
everything.
Everything requires consistency, whether people gonna fuck with it or not. Uh, Rule number one for that would be don't even worry about if people are gonna rock with it, cause somebody will. If we get two viewers right now, we reached out to two people, and then two, it's not a numbers race. Stop thinking
Yeah.
everything's about numbers. They have killed music when they became about the numbers and not about the content and the
And
consistency of said content.
who was the first person? Who was the who was the first person that said that that was going to happen?
I don't know who said that.
Anybody?
Who said that? You gonna leave us hanging or what? But yeah,
Prince said that. Prince said that. He said that the moment he says the internet is going to kill music. Those were his exact words. He said the internet is going to kill music because of the fact that people are only worried about fucking numbers.
they're worried about streams. They're worried about numbers. They're worried about how many viewers they get. They're worried about how many people in the chat room. I don't
I
care
got
about none of that.
so look, I started having fun again when I stopped worrying about numbers. As I say to myself, I put a song out like on my birthday when I put out Keep Sleeping, right? Now, I have never really cared about my numbers. I used to put my song out. I used to say, "Hey guys, I got a new track. Let me know what y'all think, whatever." When I go and I look, I remember it was a live stream show and we were getting ready to close out the show. And I was like, "Hey guys, I just want to let y'all know, I got the new song out called Keep Sleeping." And I was getting ready to put it up on the screen so people can play it from SoundCloud. And thank you, Jerusalem. And then I look and it had 1,500 streams. Now, I fucking fell out. I have never had on a release for one of my songs to get 1,500 streams in less than 24 hours. And I literally gasped when I saw that. And some people were like, 1,500 streams, that ain't shit. Well, let me ask you a question. When it
It
comes to numbers and
it's shit when
followers,
you've never had it before.
I've never had it before. But my question to that I usually ask people is this: your followers, if you have all of these followers, ask everybody for $1. You have 1,200 followers, and you ask 1,200 people for $1, and you get, let's say, let's be honest, 850, right? Could 850 change your life right now? Can $850 change your life right now?
You sure the hell could. Yeah, change
So
mine.
it doesn't matter if you have 200 followers. It doesn't matter if you have 10 followers. I'll tell you right now, I got about 15 Instagram accounts. And I will definitely say that social media is the biggest scam that's ever on the planet. You can buy ads, you can buy anything you want. You can buy Google ads, it doesn't matter. Um, if you can't ask your following to give you $1 and they do it without an explanation. Hey guys, y'all fuck with me, right? Give me $1. I can guarantee your 20 followers, if you made 20 bucks, that will mean something. 5 followers, that will mean something. So we have to get this idea out of our heads with this following shit and the likes shit and how many times that people share shit. Just exist without a number because you are a number and you're number one. So you have to start acting like number one and stop looking at these fucking numbers. This is why I love Byte. Byte was Vine. Byte has a setting where you can turn off your likes. You could turn off your, how many times people looked at the shit. You could turn off all of that and just enjoy a social media experience. I think all platforms should do that. If we were to take away the likes and views and us seeing numbers, I think it will humble a lot of people. And I think that more people would utilize these services because they don't feel pressure from trying to impress people.
Hmm. That's true. I've never been one to worry about numbers. It was at first, and then like you said, that's when you stop having fun because it became more of an obligation. Now,
Right.
now I'm starting to have fun with it again. Like it's fun to get on here and shoot the shit and talk about shit. But then
Well, I'm obsessed with analytics.
of course you are, and I'll leave that part to you, nerd.
I'm obsessed with analytics for one reason and one reason only. I want to know if my money that I'm spending on promotion is working. That's it. If
Hmm.
I looked at, I don't know if you actually utilized what is it, the Facebook ads app?
Yeah, I've
I
used
looked
it a
at,
few times.
man, I literally took a webinar on reading Facebook ads and I'm just like, "Oh, so there's more steps. It's more than just paying for an ad. There's steps after that that a lot of people don't know about, which I'm going to tell you behind the scenes. But when you read these analytics and what it is, that's when you're going to say to yourself, you know what? I'm only going to work with, ad agencies. I don't fucking care about no influencers. I don't care about none of that because they're lying about their numbers too. So I'd rather go to where I know that real companies, real life companies, McDonald's, Old Navy, whatever. I want to use their advertising company. I don't want to use this other shit. So trust me when I say, don't worry about the numbers. Worry about using social media for what it's worth, which is to build, which is to gain knowledge from each other, learn from each other, not to fight, not to debate, not to get into these frivolous dumb shit. If you are online and you are here to learn from us or us learn from you,
Hmm.
then you're utilizing the internet the way that it was meant to be. It's to gain knowledge.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Yep. Uh,
Yeah.
yeah. Hmm. We didn't get the other topics, and we didn't do the producer poll. I guess we'll save that for tomorrow then. Before we do get up out of here, however, Minx's manifestation Monday is tonight. So, Minx, did you manifest?
Honestly,
She didn't do shit.
I got the money. You know what I'm saying? I got the money, but it's like this is the thing. I want to figure out a better way to reach everybody so that we can be able to manifest better. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I just think that we have to figure out a better way. Because if I say, hey, the next 25th person that follows me gets $25, that's going to be cringy. I'm not going to do that.
Yeah,
Um,
that's kind of nice.
I do have, however, I do have the microphone arm, the red one that I bought. My mic is too heavy for
You might have to prop that bitch up on some books.
right. I was so fucking aggravated. I said, fuck this. So yes, I have a red and black microphone arm. I'm keeping the pop filter though. That
Let me see the pop filter though. It's
my
just a ah. Ah. Wait a minute, what you need a pop filter for when your mic is a whole?
because I am finishing this EP by September the 30th.
And you said that to say what?
Tired of everybody asking me when this EP is going to drop. And the diss track, yes, that too. So 759 still needs to finish working on the beat. for it.
I need to make the shit. The one I was going to send you, that must have got lost with the other two projects I had. So yeah, that's gonna have to be started from scratch and shit. Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna have to work on that because my dad is gonna be doing the mix, and I need to have those stems. Because he wants to.
You're doing stem. You want the stems?
We got to do stems. I mean, I'll
Okay,
send you a melody.
no
I'll send you
problem.
the loop,
Yeah,
but
yeah, it's no problem. I will stem it out for you.
I have a couple of beats
You
that are
know,
go up.
here's a fun fact. I was making beats for 3 years before I realized what the fuck stems were. I felt so stupid, and how to track
You-
out. I felt so stupid. 3 years in, I felt so damn dumb. My mentor was like, "You don't know how to track out." I said, "What the fuck does that even mean?" Seven, listen.
What is it? Yeah.
Yeah, what is it? Seven, listen. It's the individual track when you go. Let me just show you how to do shit. Like, oh, all right, that works. So yeah.
But you know what? That kind of reminds me of the time that I went to my dad's studio and I came with a beat and I was ready to record and his face, he was just like, "Oh, Minx." I said, "What? Yo, give me the stems for this so I could EQ everything." Where I said, "EQ? What is that?"
Stems. What are those?
He said, "Minx, each like give me the session file." I was like, "Oh, so my FL Studio is the free version and I can only export." He said, "Minx, you telling me you don't have?" I was like,
I,
"No,
I don't
I
have
was
the
19.
stems. I don't have the stems.
I was 19." He says, "As much as I love this track, I can't do anything with it."
Damn.
He had to my dad had to recreate my beat and in order for me to record it, and I was pissed because I was like, "It doesn't sound right." So
You know
make sure you.
now.
Oh yeah, I had to find that out the hard way because he tried to recreate it. And I kept saying, "No, Dad, something is not right with it. Like it's off. It's off." He said, "But you made this in FL Studio. What? Okay, so what plugins and what packs did you use?" I said, "Packs? What are you talking about? What plugins? What are you talking about?" He says, "Wait a minute. These are all
Stock
sound."
sounds. Stock sounds like a mug.
I said, "Yeah, okay, Minx. This is not gonna work."
he. Dad, savage as shit.
Well, he was nice about it, but I learned a very big lesson that day. I said, "Oh, I didn't know that you can import, you know, I didn't know that people, I didn't know the difference between, what was stock and what wasn't stock. I think I've used every stock plugin and sound from FL Studio that when I listen to it now, I'm just like,
He
I
was
could have
right.
used, I could have used the juice pack. I could have used these 808s instead."
Mm-hmm. My
But I'm
my
learning.
first few beats were made off of stock sounds. That shit sounded alright though until I played them on somebody else's monitors.
Oh yeah,
Hmm. Told
that's
on
the
me.
moment. That's the moment that you say to yourself, which I'm still looking for. I cannot find 5 producers that have their first beat. I can't find them. So obviously, either y'all are scared and y'all don't want to show your progression.
I no wait a minute. I sent it to you. It was
Yeah,
recorded on. It was recorded on, but I sent it to you.
But that's
Thank.
cool. I don't care if it's recorded on. I don't care if like it's like producers are so scared to show everybody their first beat that they ever made. And I'm just like, yo, I have no problem showcasing the first beat I ever did.
I don't think
Stay
I've looked at
Fleets. Damn, Stay Fleets. Stay Fleets says the problem is the companies are not telling you what counts as a stream. Yeah, it's not 30 minutes. It's not 30 seconds no more. It's a minute, and it has to be. It can't be from the preview. It has to be a legit stream. Um, this one. But anyway,
it. Yeah.
we will be back tomorrow.
Yeah. Tuesday night, 7 p.m. We shall be here. For more random talk, more indie music, more foolery, fuckery, shenanigans. Hopefully, no more bad news. Uh, we will be going
Thank you,
over.
Keith.
Yeah, we'll be going over the topics that we didn't get to touch. Of course, I'll probably look up a few more.
We were talking about such another thing.
Yeah, we were talking about porn and titties and finding your mother's nudie
Oh,
stash.
poor now. This is why. This is exactly why. This. This is exactly why the show is called Random Talk Indie Music. Eventually in the future, hopefully when things, because caffeine indefinitely, because I checked and I spoke with them, indefinitely you can't play. That's copywritten.
And that sucks. For those
I
that
checked.
wonder where the indie music actually is, I play it at the beginning of the show. So if you tune in right
Okay.
at 7 o'clock, between 7 and 7:15, or whenever Minx pops up on camera, that's when I play the indie music. That's the indie music part. Also, the indie music also entails the jewels that we provide, and also that the chats, like producer chats and shit like that, that we also talk about here. So that's also the indie music part. It's not we can't play music all through the shit as like we used to on Station Head. We would have a segment play a track, but we can't do that. So
Yeah, because they had the licensing for that. So that's
yes,
that's why what sucks about being on these types of platforms is because, the restrictions that they have on us when we're trying to help the underground,
yeah,
we're trying to give the underground a platform to say, hey, we could play your music. But, my podcast, yes, if there's any artists in the room, you guys can definitely get at me. I also have several other shows. I have the Punchline. The Punchline is specifically just reviewing music and playing songs and music videos. Um, it can't be done on caffeine. So that's why I am pleading with you guys. I'm pleading with you guys to please follow me on YouTube. It's Minx Couture TV. I'm gonna put it up in the chat. But you can't miss it. You search for me on YouTube, Minx Couture, I will pop up. But all the other shows that I have is super fun. It's super dope. And basically, the Punchline is helping me curate playlists that will go into advertising with at least $150 backing these playlists. So, people are actually getting their streams. And of course, people are adding their songs. So,
yeah,
Stay Fleet says you have to own your material and not sell it for a check. A check. Example, Joe Budden. Exactly.
yeah.
Um. So,
He's hip.
so
He
we have
knows.
Minx Radio is a legit radio station, guys. So we do got the app. We're actually live right now on Minx Radio, or you can, people that have to leave, they got to bounce, they got to breeze out, they can't be on caffeine all night. You guys can definitely just click the link in my bios. Follow me on Instagram or Twitter. Click the link in the bio. Follow me all over. I follow back. If you know artists, please tell these artists to get to me, get at me, because I'm planning a curator battle. Mm,
Oh
I know
Jesus.
y'all love battles. I'm planning the first ever. Yes, I know this bitch. Uh,
Yeah, I know. Always something.
yes, I am planning a first ever curator battle. I want to battle any curator that thinks that they have better underground artists than me. All right. So
Also, I haven't checked our business email in a while, but if you artists, you know, if y'all want to send your music, you can. I don't know if we're going to get muted or not, but you can. RTIMshow@gmail.com. Uh, we did say no beats, but lately I've been playing a bunch of lo-fi and sad sounding shit because it's raining here and that's the mood. So
Hold on. What do you mean, State Fleets? Do you mean trying to see what State Fleets is talking about? My brother is Sneezy says my brother is a SoundCloud rapper.
they all got to
Brother
start
is a
somewhere.
rapper. SoundCloud is a platform. If I was the case, I'm a SoundCloud rapper too.
And
But yes, Minx Radio is under Minx Couture LLC. It is owned and operated by me. Stay Fleet says, I mean, you said you want to capture your audience. Yes, yes. YouTube, I say with YouTube and everything, I mean, we do have I have emails and shit like that. I think over 5,000 emails for people that did sign up and subscribe to the Minx Radio platform. Um I'm trying to pull all of this shit away from social media though. We Minx Radio is a hub. It's not underneath an umbrella. It is the umbrella.
bitch. Um, I
I
like how you
wish
just
you I wish you
what happened?
no. No, because I understand what Stay Fleets was trying to say too. I understand. But yes, Minx Radio is a legitimate, it's under ASCAP, BMI, and CSAC. We own the station. The only thing is it's not FM. It's internet radio, and FM is extremely hard to get an FM license these days. I've been trying to get it for the last year. They keep telling me no.
What damn it?
That's the business.
That is. Gotta
They're
keep
like, if
on
you
going.
have do you have a million listeners? I was like, mm, not a million,
I
maybe
got
a million
I got a
minus
half
a
of a
million one.
I got a half of a piece of a quarter of a third of a half of a million. But yeah.
Well, they
Anyway,
told me that within 6 months, if I do hit 500,000 listeners, then they will give me an FM network, and then that's when everyone is going to ride my schlong.
not the schlong. I haven't heard that word since '96. Listen, we got to get up out of here. Yeah, exactly. You okay, hun? Kind of weird. Hella weird, but okay. But yeah, we got to get up out of here. So we'll be back tomorrow at 7 p.m. Y'all tune in with us. We got some, some more dope ass topics, plus the producer poll that we were supposed to discuss, but then we was too busy talking about porn and titties and all that, so you guys missed it. We want to thank y'all for tuning in with us. Shout out to everybody on Periscope, Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, and also Caffeine. Y'all keep us litty, litty, litty. Like we said early in the podcast, please be sure to become a Patreon member September 1st for the Merciless Cast, where you get premium jewels for a low price, fully researched and scam free. Cause yeah, the geek over there, she does her shit. So you're gonna get some quality shit. You might, if you want some Walmart shit for dollar store price, then you go to someone else. Cause over here you're gonna get some Mercedes G Wagon jewels for like, let's see, dinner at Ruby Tuesday price. Ruby Tuesdays is pretty
Did
quality
you
shit.
did you tell your where is it? Oh, that's what I wanted to do. Was it your YouTube? Well, your YouTube, your Twitter.
Yeah, we yeah, follow us on Twitter too. Yeah. I'm on Twitter, I'm on
So
Instagram.
this is
Yeah,
seven
follow
five.
yeah, follow me on Twitter, man. I do rants, I crack jokes, I cuss people out, and I mute conversations when I don't feel like talking to you. That's what I
And
do.
here's mine. Mine is female producer. Y'all can follow me there. And yeah,
Yeah, do that. Um, I'm on Instagram too. 759_434. That's all one word, by the way. I do
ain't
that to
gonna
my.
hear
I
them.
do my. I don't even want to hear about it. I do that to myself all the time. One day I might change it again, but it's like, why? If it's
Get Linktree.
Well, I am on Linktree. Matter of fact, my Linktree information is in my Twitter bio. So please, yeah, hit that. That's got everything got to do with me, got to do with Minx, RTIM, anything related to what we do. It's on my Linktree and it is in my bio.
Yes.
My birthday's in what's today? 31st. Y'all got a month. I'm dropping my Cash App. Libra season is indeed on the way. Can't
Yes.
wait. I have to work on my birthday. I was told that already. But I am off
Damn.
the day. I am off that Monday. My birthday's on a Sunday. I'm off the day after. So we may or may not pod because I plan on getting drunk. Just letting you know now, so it won't be no surprise. Like, what happened to the podcast? You left me alone again, you bitch.
These these are Avatone Pros, and I love these headphones because they have a mixing switch, so that when you're mixing music,
They got the
it'll give
mono
you
and
those.
stereo switch.
Yeah.
Oh, it's got the mono and stereo. I was wondering what that was right there. I thought that was like
Yeah.
another input for another chord or some shit. I never knew what that was.
No, but this will make you if you even bring these close to the SM7B, it's a wrap. You blow your ears out,
Yeah, she almost blew mine out.
metal to metal.
Screech. Anyway,
Get them on Amazon. I think they're like $300 or something.
damn. Well, considering what you can do with them,
Well, it was between that and Beats, and honestly, I heard Beats are
Beats are the
terrible to mix
worst.
in.
They're the worst. They're good for final mixes and like a full good listen, but mixing terrible. Nope.
Sneezy, I love toys. I love
Whoa,
my toy.
whoa. Pause. What?
Not no. He said, "Dang, big baller." I'm like, nah.
Yeah.
I love my toys. If you guys only knew how much like this whole fucking organ like stuff. Every time I look online, I'm like, I gotta have that. I'm looking at Alienware now for a gaming PC.
I, I have the screen, but not the PC.
Yeah, I want the PC. I gotta get the PC.
The damn
But yeah,
screen. The screen
I
was
got
almost
all this
250. I'm like,
Xbox
whoa.
here. Yeah, the screen itself. It's liquid, right? It's a liquid screen.
Yes, I think yes, LCD. Is it
Okay.
LCD or something? But when I touch it, it does this ripple effect deal. I don't know what that is, but anyway.
Also, to some of y'all that asked before we run up out of here, um, I do have what's this, the little Fortnite kid. I feel so terrible.
You can unblock them now.
You guys can follow. I know. This is my gamer tag, which is for the sleigh. That is everywhere. Every game, every gaming system is for the sleigh. So make sure y'all add me for the sleigh if you're trying to get your asses whooped in some war zone or
Oh, she's selling
no, I
wolf
have an Xbox.
tickets.
Um
She's selling
yeah.
them wolf tickets, y'all.
And I just got back into Fortnite after this update that took like 10 hours. But yeah, I'm in the gaming shit. I don't stream my live streams for gaming on Caffeine because OBS is a piece of shit sometimes. So Twitch, I will be on Twitch, and y'all can follow me Twitch at Minx Couture. And I think that's it.
I think so.
All right, y'all.
We love y'all, folks. We'll be back tomorrow at 7 p.m. We hope to see y'all there. Good night, Minx.
Yeah. Good night.